Hello and good morning, beautiful people. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So listen up. With all the construction, the renovations, the contractors in and out of here, Jesus, my God, the new doors, the cleaning out the closets, Jesus. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to rest this weekend, being up in prayer for others, you know, for reasons that really should not have had to be up in prayer for folks, but be that as it may, obedience, right? So, because when you have to pray for people because they're constantly making bad decisions, it begins to irritate you. It does, because you're just like, Lord, like, give them some wisdom to make better choices, make better decisions, things of that nature. So then, your prayer then becomes, Lord, show them where they have erred in their ways. Show them what you are upset about. Show them what has angered you. So then the irritation goes away, because it's like, Lord, you know what? You've had me release the messages. No one wants to listen. So now you just show them. Yeah. Go visit individually. That's how you got to get it done, man. I'm telling you. Because like at the end of the day, like he'll show you something, he'll have you speak on it. When you realize a fool don't want correction, in your flesh, you will get irritated, because you're just like, dude, the pride of these individuals, right? But then you got to go back into the spirit and be like, you know what, God, we're going to change this prayer. Show them you. Show them why you are upset with them. Show them why they have angered you. Show them where they have erred in their ways. Holy Spirit, do what only you can do. And then literally the irritation, it leaves immediately. True story, true story, true story. So then once you do that, you release it back to the Lord, because you've done what he's told you to do, being the willing vessel to speak out about it, and then you give it back to the Lord. Bottom line, that's it, that's all, period, point blank. Because you want your hands to be clean. You do not want any blood on your hands. So you release the word regardless of who like it and who don't. Then you give it back to the Lord. Especially when you realize people just don't want to listen. When you realize people are prideful. When you realize people are foolish and just do not want correction. So at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do for God's name's sake. Glory be to God. So this weekend I will be resting. You know what I mean? Like, I need my rest now. Like, listen, I need my rest. Whole disruption been going on through this month of June. And the beauty of it is the Lord has given me the grace to make it through. He's given me the grace to do everything that needs to be done. That is the beauty of it. But now I get the rest in him. That rest. I'm just excited, Praying I get to get off early today so I can start my rest early. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just being honest. Just rest. When you've been going and going. And the thing is, like, you're getting up, and then, because when, people are entering your home, of course, you're being mindful, you're being watchful, but then you're also showing the love of God, and you're speaking when you need to speak and things like that, right? Showing the love of God. Being a good hostess, right? People coming in, you be kind to them. It's amazing, because like every time with my mom, when we would have family get-togethers, it was always hosted at my home. Like majority of the time, it was at my home, and so I was always the hostess. So, I always made sure everybody had what they need. Things were where they needed to be, and things of this nature just naturally flow in it. So, and then showing the love of God, and then going down, speaking to people in the community, and the complaints out of some is just like, yeah, the Holy Spirit said, don't go back down there and listen anymore, because you've given solutions and they still want to complain. So just stop talking. Bottom line. Because that negative energy not going to get into my ear. Anytime I hear someone constantly speaking negative, I close my ears to that nonsense, because at that point it's the enemy speaking. So, be that as it may. But I'm going to rest. I am going to rest, Allow the Lord to fill me up, because then, working on top of it, right? So then I'm talking to so many different people and, showing the love of God and able to calm people down and listen and let them know that they have been heard. And it's beautiful. God has me right where I am supposed to be. And I am grateful for what the Lord is doing in my life. My thing is, like, I like being in the presence of the Lord because it's like he can fill me up. He can do for me what no one else has ever been able to do for me in my life. And that's just the bottom line. No one's going to ever take that away from me. I know that attending things does not mean it's kingdom. I know that showing up does not mean kingdom. Being convicted of these things in the past. So I personally have to listen to what the Holy Spirit is telling me. This is a personal thing right now. Soul salvation, fear and trembling. Working out my soul salvation with fear and trembling. And that's why I'm saying because that's me taking accountability for the things that I've got to make sure is right in my life. Because if I'm constantly going and then I don't get any rest, that means I'm going to have an imbalance, and I cannot afford that. So I am going to rest in his presence. It is amazing how after he will have me rest, and then he'll have me go full force, and then he'll have me rest, and then he'll have me go full force again. It's like my rest is for my strength to be renewed, for my spirit man to be renewed for the next thing that I have to do every single time. Can't even make it up. So you all need to learn what it is that the Lord is having you do in your life, and how you need to step back, rest, get in his presence, and see what he's telling you to do personally for you and your family. Because everything is not always about other people. Because if you're not right and your family not right, I promise you, there's not too much you can do for other folks. And that's just the bottom line. It's the truth. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. And I will bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. For he has done great things. He has done great things. He has done great things. Bless his holy name. Bless his holy name. Bless his holy name. And I will bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Enjoy this weekend. You made it to the end of the week. Glory be to God. Enjoy your weekend. Be blessed, stay encouraged in Jesus' mighty name.